Welcome. Thank you for coming on my Getting Unstuck with Wendy B. It's Santa's. It's only 10 more days, 10 more sleeps for Santa. Would you like freedom, clarity, and power to resolve what feels impossible at times? I offer strategies and tools that will elevate your ability to perform in business and personal life. I'm Wendy B. Thank you for joining me. And I'm going to be talking about 10 tips to have a stress-free holiday. I've got notes. I don't memorize everything. I'm not quite comfortable enough to just speak without looking at notes. So have a bit of patience with me. And thank you for joining me. And I'm going to tell you a little how I'd love for you to engage, because I do these Facebook Lives to bring you value. All right. So let's have some fun today. And if something resonates, just go ho, 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 or something funny around Christmas, Merry Christmas, or whatever, or ho. So make a comment. I would love it. They help me the most because I know I'm bringing value. I love when you say something too. It can be funny, ho, 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 but like if something resonates or you see something else, please share it. And even if you're watching the replay, just say something, okay? Or like, resonate, or share. Okay, or resonates. I keep being told I don't say that word correctly. I mispronounce it. So even if you're doing the replay, because a lot of people don't get the Facebook Live until the replay. So it tells me that I'm bringing you value. And also you can put what you would like, some strategies and tools. What would you like me to do for next week or the week after? Because I would love to get ideas of what you would like to hear. So number one to create a stress-free holiday is what you think of me is none of my business. And I think I've shared that a few times. It's like I read a book in my 20s, and it was by Terry Cole Whitaker. She was a minister, and I don't even know if she's still alive. And what you think of me is none of my business taught me to not stress about what you thought of me, because I can't please everybody. That causes so much stress. Oh, what did my mother-in-law think? Or what did my father-in-law think? Or my husband? Or think of what is going to have you have fun and release stress. And it isn't about worrying about what others are going to think. So let that one go. If that resonates, put yes, or ho, 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 or jolly whatever, Santa. 2, stay within your budget. That can cause so much stress because we want to please everybody. Our children, my kids, until they were 6 or 7, I never bought anything new, hardly at all for them. I bought them at garage sales and re-cleaned them up and wrapped them. They didn't know. It's like, stay within your budget. Put a dollar amount in your family. And, maybe for all the adults, if there's a lot of you, just buy one gift, like put names in a hat and buy one gift. And then if you're really on a tight budget, there's tons of little ones to buy for cousins and whatnot, just buy for the immediate family. Like if you don't have, you need to be honest. There's lots of single parents out there. Christmas is not about spending over your budget and causing stress so it takes you 6 months to pay off your debt. And number 3, it's only one day. Holidays are only one day. Christmas, Easter, whatever. Christmas is a holiday. For me, it's the birth of Christ. For you, it might be something else. But to me, it's all about being grateful. It's all about being generous. Not so much with money unless you have it, but your generosity. Bring in a neighbor if they're going to be by themselves, or help us. If you have got the money, help a single family or an elderly person that's going to be by themselves. It's all about being grateful for what you have and sharing. Number 4, remember to have fun. Like, oh my goodness, have fun. This morning my sister sent me on Messenger a beautiful Christmas song. And I got all choked up. It was like, wow, I live on my own and I forget to play music. So it's like, today I'm going to spend some time from now. I've promised myself. I love Christmas music. I love it. I don't have a stereo, but I can put it on my phone. I can listen to Christmas music on my phone. So that's what I'm going to do. So remember, have fun. When the music's playing, I just boogie. Do you boogie? I'm I have a little granddaughter that's 2.5, and she spends a lot of time here. And I don't decorate so much for Christmas. Like, I don't put a Christmas tree up or anything, because I work Christmas. The last couple of years I've chosen to work at a group home and give back and support the people that work all year, and I give them respite. But I bought for $5 at a Salvation Army a little Christmas tree that sings like Christmas songs. And my little granddaughter pushes the button and she has a blast, So number 5, reduce the amount of sugar, especially for the little ones. It's not fair. They start acting out, and then we get mad at them, and it's like, well, we're filling them full of sugar. Like, hello. And even us, we can get off if we have too much sugar. We can get cranky. 6, if you got little ones, feed sugar early. If it's, let them have a good breakfast, and then let them have a bunch of whatever, so that they can run it off by Christmas, by bedtime, that they'll, it's run off. Yeah. Number 7, if you have small children, do you really, really have to go to Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? Do you have to take them out? I learned this. My oldest daughter is 23 now, but when she was little, she had oppositional defiant disorder and dyslexia and attention deficit, and she would get so excited, like she'd be awake at 3 a.m. and couldn't sleep. She just is Santa here, and I had a rule that she couldn't wake us up till 7, and so they had stockings that they could open, that they were left. Santa had left stockings for them. They got up at 3 a.m. They could open the stockings, but she would just be off the wall, and she would act out, and her dad would just and we had one Christmas, I think she was 2, where we went to his family, and she acted out terrible, and everybody looked at her like it was just and her dad got so mad and in the car, and he's yelling at her and everything. I thought, this is not fun. This is not how I want to spend Christmas. So when we got home, after I got her settled and whatnot, I had a talk with him, and I said, if you want to spend Christmas Day with your family, you can go ahead, but it doesn't serve our children to be stressed out and yelled and made wrong. So it's we're going to spend it at our home. And then if you want us to spend time with your family, which I love your family, they're wonderful people, we'll go Boxing Day when all that energy of Santa's gone, it's dispersed. And so that's what we did. And my daughter didn't act out on Boxing Day. She was calm, and it worked out perfectly. And the other thing is, if you want your family, if you're grandparents, let your children decide what they want to do. Don't make them guilt-ridden that they're not coming to your house. They have a family now. They're starting their own traditions. So, we've got Zoom. If you don't know how to put it on, get some young person to download Zoom on your computer, or Skype. I prefer Zoom. And, you have Zoom, and you can be in people's living room right there watching the little ones opening their gifts. You don't have to drag the kids out physically. I mean, they're so energized, if you want a stress-free holiday, keep it calm, number 8, so many people are from blended families, and you have grown children. Let them start their own traditions, and maybe have a tradition like we started with my former husband and I. We did Christmas Eve dinner for any of his grown children. We encouraged them to come and they could open one gift that night, and my former husband's grandkids would come. We had a beautiful Christmas Eve. It was so, stress free because just do you think what would serve you to create a stress free holiday, right? And number 9, delegate at delegate at meals. Like, if you're having a bunch of people over, ask them to bring something, a potluck, bake early. I hardly bake at all now at Christmas. My kids keep bugging me and I'm going, no, you could start your own traditions of baking. Because I'm busy. I work for 3 days around Christmas. I work Christmas Day. I cook the turkey at the group home. And not that I have a problem with it. I love doing that. But unless you're going to help me bake, I don't want to be stuck doing all that. It's a lot of work. So if I'm going to bake, I bake ahead and put it in the freezer. So I suggest to do that. I do my cranberry sauce a week ahead and stick it in the fridge. It's really easy to make cranberry sauce. Number 10, keep it simple. What can you do for free over the holidays? It's not just Christmas Day, but the kids are out of school. It's like I used to, I was a single mom, and when they were tiny, and I would take them to McDonald's, and they had I took them to McDonald's where there was play area and balls and whatnot. And I would say, okay, you guys, we're going to be here for 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever it is, or an hour, whatever it was. And I would have a cup of tea and read a book, because there was always a thing in front of the play area. I would sit there with a book and my tea, and they could play, and they could get one thing. They could get a fry or an ice cream cone, but they got one thing. And I put a budget to that one thing, and they were great. They just had a ball. They were meeting other kids. They were burning off energy, and I got a bit of a break. They were having fun in this little area, and I was right there if anything happened. There's at our library in Langley, they have ping pong tables, that you can take your teens and whatnot and let them go play ping pong. There's in the library itself, they have a play area for kids, a fire truck, etc. if you got little ones. Sometimes at the Alano clubs in the small towns, they have Christmas parties, free Christmas parties. Look in the papers, and free gifts for kids if you're on a tight budget. You create card games, and you can make easy card games for little kids, and also you can have a create games night and have your kids allow other kids in and play. So there's so many things that you can create. So I really believe what keeps us stressed or stopped in life is our repetitive limiting beliefs that cause barriers in our lives. I hope this has been of value to you. Remember, if you're watching, to like, comment, share, put ho, ho, ho. I have no webpage yet. I keep saying that. I thought it was going to get handled a few weeks ago. Now we're starting from scratch again. If you want to support me, put like, comment, and share. Make a comment of some sort so that I know that I am bringing you value. I am a co-author of a book with James Melichuk, Living Your Passions. I am launching my own book, Getting Unstuck with Wendy B., bringing clarity, freedom, and power regardless of your circumstances. I'm launching that in February. I'm creating a team of 100. If you'd like to be part of that team, if you know me and you'd love to be part of that, I'd love it. It's really simple. I just need you on the launch day. I'll give you that date then. And on the launch date, I need you to let your friends know. And my book's going to be on sale on Amazon for a couple of bucks on the launch day. And if everybody could buy it that day, that's the team causing that. So I'd appreciate that. I have a podcast, Thriving at 60. You can check that out. It's just as it is, Thriving at 60, THRIVINGATSIXTY. I'd love for you. I'm in 30 different countries. I have over 25,000 followers. If you wish a 30-minute complimentary strategy session go to my Facebook page, Getting Unstuck with Wendy B, and make sure you've made a comment. And then if you make a comment, I will give you a 30-minute complimentary strategy session. And that's what I'd love to do. As I said earlier, I offer strategies and tools that will elevate your ability to perform in business and personal life. I'm Wendy Bergen. I'm known as Wendy B. And I'm a stand for transformation. I assert if you alter your thoughts, you alter your actions. If you alter your actions, you will be more effective and you can alter your world. Thanks again for watching my Facebook Live. Feel free to come on next Sunday at noon. I'd love to hear from you. Have a fabulous week and let me help you thrive and get unstuck.